Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to ChasingCinema.com's official YouTube channel. I am your host, Jacob Toronto, and today we're going to be talking about the first official, first official Steve Jobs trailer. It was about last month when Danny Boyle's film, Steve Jobs' teaser trailer dropped, which we talked about here on this YouTube channel. If you've not seen that, you could head over to our YouTube page and check that out. Didn't give us much of kind of a look, except the fact that it showed us how big and powerful this cast could be. I kind of pretty much spoke in the entirety of the review solely about how that cast excites me, especially Michael Fassbender, who I'm a huge fan of. Jeff Daniels will also be in it, and Seth Rogen, which could be a really interesting role for him. But nonetheless, the Aaron Sorkin film is said to be set during 3 iconic product reveals that Apple did, ending in 1998 with the unveiling of the iMac. So this is kind of something I'm still wrapping my head around. I'm not sure how this is going to be formatted or how the story is going to be structured, or how much of an in-depth look it's going to give to us about Steve Jobs. So if you've not seen this trailer, before I get into it and before I talk about it, please head over to ChasingCinema.com, hit the news button. You'll be able to find this video, click the link below, and it'll automatically take you to the first trailer. You could watch it and then come back to this video where I'm actually going to be discussing more about it right now. So this Steve Jobs trailer, to me, is, I think, makes me even more wonder about the whole 3 iconic set pieces, or 3 iconic reveals that this movie is kind of focused on, and tells the story about Steve Jobs while we were preparing for these product reveals. Because it looks like it's such a huge scope of what it's covering, There's mention of his quote-unquote daughter and her mother. And, in response to this, Steve Jobs goes, "She's not my daughter." He screams it, actually. So I don't know exactly if that's his daughter or not. But, it's telling us, already there's a lot of emotion in this movie. There's a lot of things that are being addressed. And my whole thing's man, I don't know how exactly they're going to be able to fit all this into these product unveilings, unless they're flashbacks or he's constantly kind of zoning out, which I'm sure would work. But this movie does seem to project a much bigger scope than what we keep hearing about Andy Sorkin's screenplay. So I think that this movie is going to show the world that, at least from the trailer, mind you, I'm not talking about, necessarily the real man. I'm talking about a movie and a character, even though it is adapted off real life, guys, is a movie. So I'm not talking about the actual person of Steve Jobs. But this trailer is kind of showing us that Steve Jobs, might be more of a jerk than we have ever kind of known him to be. That he's kind of more aggressive than we kind of known him to be. And, we have celebrated his life beautifully by making a lot of inspirational memes and quoting a lot of things that he said. So people look at him as a very peaceful, innovative person, which he was innovative for sure. I don't know much about Steve Jobs on a personal level, so I don't know if he was really aggressive or was kind of a jerk, at least moments in this trailer are leading us to believe. I do know that he wasn't perfect, so that's understandable that he has his moments. So either way, I'm interested to see the movie's take on this character. But I will tell you this. While watching this trailer, I did not remember I was watching Michael Fassbender. Almost immediately, the moment we see him, he is automatically just kind of drifted away, and Steve Jobs there is front and present. And I mean, obviously, Steve Jobs going through different looks in this movie of how he used to look at one point. Excuse me, I almost had a yawn. How he looks now, but automatically just oh my God, Michael Fassbender is so good that I wasn't even conscious that it was actually him making these people, as they say in the trailer, miserable, yelling at the top of his lungs and trying to get his points across. So overall, I think that this movie is going to offer a ton of great performances. I think this movie will be really, really good from the looks of it so far. Not to mention names like Danny Boyle and Aaron Sorkin are behind it, which make it even more wow, this movie's going to be strong. Obviously, probably going to be stronger than the Adam Kutcher version of Steve Jobs' biopic, Jobs. So I think that this movie has a lot riding on it, and I think it's going to actually really, really deliver. Let me know how you feel about this trailer down here in the comment sections below. Of course, that's what they're there for. I want to have a dialogue about movies, so make sure to comment below. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button because every day I'm constantly uploading to this YouTube channel. Movie news, cast details, trailer reviews, and much, much more. Today I'm talking about London Has Fallen. I'm talking about Robert Downey Jr.'s Pinocchio. I'm talking about Batman vs. Superman. I'm talking about Daredevil, and much, much more. And I want you to constantly be in the loop and always know what's going on in the world of motion picture news. So subscribe to our channel, and every day I'm uploading information. Guys, I thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I really, really appreciate it. Before you go, please hit that like button to show you support what I've done today and what I'm talking about, and that you enjoyed this video. I'd really, really appreciate it. And then if you would be so kind, please share this on social networking or whatever you could share this on, and tell the world about ChasingCinema.com. It would mean a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. I'm your host, Jacob Serrano, and please continue chasing cinema.